Is your Pixel 6 getting bad battery life? Is it not lasting all day long like you need it to? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can extend your battery life. I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how you can get the most out of your battery life if you need more battery life in your Pixel 6. Because everyone's needs are different. Like I feel like I'm getting pretty good battery life, but I've had quite a few people recently who are like, I'm not getting quite the battery life I expected I would be. So let's go in. I'm going to show you these tips and tricks how to improve your own battery life for your Pixel 6 so hopefully it'll last you all day long. Now, before we get into that, I do want to say if this is your first time stopping by the channel, thank you for being here. I encourage you to watch all the way to the end so you can get all the information and the tips in this video. And then if you happen to like it, then I encourage you to hit the subscribe button because that really helps out. I appreciate the show of support. I want you to come back because I'm always here making new content for you guys. So please hit the subscribe and the like button if you enjoy it. Now, let's talk about the battery life and how to extend it and the tips and tricks to make it better. So the first thing that I want to address when it comes to battery life on the Pixel 6 is the display, and we're going to have to go into the settings. If you don't know how to do that, then I'm going to show you right now. To get to the settings, you just swipe down twice from the top of the screen, click on the little gear icon, and now we're here. We're in the settings. So we're going to go to display. Display is the biggest battery killer in any phone. You can see that my brightness level right now is at 53%. You can also see underneath it, the adaptive brightness is checked off. Adaptive brightness is a huge help, and actually when you get your phone, it comes like this out of the box. So adaptive brightness, what that does is you can see it actually the brightness went up. Adaptive brightness doesn't always mean that you're going to have lower brightness. It uses sensors and it detects the ambient light, the direct light around your phone where you're at, and it tries to optimize the battery life. So right now it thought that 70 is a better percentage. This is an important feature because a lot of times people have their brightness turned up higher than they need to, and it may even be bad for your eyes because of course the OLEDs are so bright, so much white light and blue light and all that good stuff, or bad stuff really. The adaptive brightness will help you get better battery life. So if you turn that on and leave it on, then you're going to be good to go. And it says right here, the screen brightness will automatically adjust to your environment and activities. And then if you want, you can still manually move it. So like if you want, you can still move the slider even when it's adaptive brightness. And then after a little while, when you change settings again, it'll go right back. So that's helpful. That'll help you get better battery life. Next thing is your screen timeout. Now, this may not seem like a lot, but if your screen is on, it's burning up battery. I have mine on 5 minutes because I'm always making videos like this where I might not be touching the screen. You're probably not like that though. So if you put it on 15 or 30 seconds, what that means is that the screen timeout is going to turn off the screen after that certain amount of time. So that way, if you pick it up, you use it, you set it down, it's not just sitting there burning up battery life while you're doing whatever, not using the phone. So this is kind of a passive way. You can see that it's already getting ready to shut off there, see? So you saw there that it went ahead and it turned off. That's a very helpful feature. A lot of people don't think about that, but again, the thing to think about here is the more that the screen is on, the more battery that it burns up. Also, another thing you can do in there, when you look at the screen timeout, screen attention. This prevents your screen from turning off if you're looking at it. So this right here, it's going to use a little bit more battery, but it's going to save you battery too because you can have the lower screen timeout, but it detects if you're looking at it. If you're using your phone, it won't turn it off. So that's kind of a nice feature. So the next thing is night light. This is actually important if you use your phone during low light hours or late at night. This right here is going to adjust the blue light on your screen, and also it's going to change it so that way if you're using your phone, it's going to make it softer. It's not going to be as bright, not going to be as harsh on your eyes. This right here, you can set it up and you can change the intensity on it. So that way it's actually going to save you some battery on there too. So that's one other thing you can do. So this next thing, smooth display, will actually save you a lot of battery. What this is the enhanced refresh rate. So it automatically raises the refresh rate from 60 Hertz to 90 Hertz for some content. This increases battery usage. If a feature tells you up front it increases battery usage, then you better believe it because it most certainly is. This right here, I know this is a selling point for the phone. I don't turn mine off because I really enjoy having the smooth scrolling. I enjoy the enhanced refresh rate. A lot of people don't care. Some people may not even be able to tell the difference. And if you can't tell the difference, or if you don't care and you just want better battery life, turn this off, because it's going to run at the standard 60 hertz refresh rate that you've basically been accustomed to your whole life and isn't bad. It's just nice to have that additional smooth scrolling and kind of smooth effect when you do a lot of stuff. I enjoy it, but I know that some people don't, or they don't care for it. So if you don't care for it, then turn the sucker off and get better battery life, right? So the next thing I want to go in and show you some battery optimization stuff. So you can go in here. One other thing I want to show you though, so you can go to your settings and you can get to the battery. You can also swipe down from the home screen, swipe over to the next screen and press and hold battery saver. And also when you do that, if you press it, you can actually turn on battery saver right here. So that's another tip. If you really need battery in a pinch and you need to make sure it lasts longer, this right here turns on dark theme. It limits or turns off background activity and some visual effects, certain features, and some network connections. Honestly, it doesn't really change the performance of your phone all that much. It just changes some of that stuff, which is going to extend your battery life. So that's a nice feature if you need it. So you can turn it on. That's a great way to do it. And you can just press and hold to go in here. So another thing that's going to help out with your battery and also your battery life long term, extend your battery life, is to optimize your charging. It's already on by default. So what this does is whenever it's charging at night, it doesn't charge at like 100% power, because the slower and the lower wattage it uses, it actually extends your battery life. So by doing this adaptive charging, it's going to make your battery life last even longer. So down the road, you're not going to be at like 85-90% battery health after a year, which means you will still have those valuable milliamps available to you. So that long term is going to help you. And then adaptive battery right here. This is extend your battery life based on your phone usage. If you notice when you first got the phone, the first couple of days, battery life wasn't that great. And that's because the operating system and the phone are trying to learn your routines. I highly encourage you to keep that on. You can turn it off, but you're not really going to notice really any difference in day-to-day performance, and you're going to be losing out on really important battery life. So I highly encourage you to keep that on. It does work. It takes about a week to really kind of get everything learned. And then once you do, you probably notice, like if the first couple of days, yeah, battery life is not that great. You give this phone a week, and after it learns your routines and learns what you do and what it can turn on and turn off, you will notice a big increase in your battery life. At least I did. So another thing you can do, battery saver. Here you can go on, you can do extreme battery saver, which this right here is, you can set it up. So this extends your battery life further in critical moments. So like if you're really, really, really low on battery, this right here is basically like emergency, all hands on deck, shut everything down that you don't need in the background and change some other stuff so that you're going to get the best battery life so you can last when you need it. Well, this right here, you can set up when to use. Mine's on never use. This one you can put it on always, so whenever you turn on battery saver mode, then it's going to kick in, and then this way it'll ask every time. Sometimes you might just want a little extra battery. Sometimes you really need extra battery. Like when you get down to 10% and you're out in the middle of nowhere and you have no charger in sight, that right there is going to be your friend. So just remember that. And then you can still have essential apps. So these are ones that won't be paused. So what it does, when you turn that on, it kills all the background usage of apps. So if you've got like 20 apps running in the background, it shuts that off. And that's really the big battery saver. But you can set it up where you can have certain things that are unimpacted by it. So like if you want eBay, or if you want Facebook or whatever, those right there, you can have the ones designated as essential apps. So even when you're in extreme battery saver mode, it won't kill them in the background, so you can still use them and no problem. So that's also helpful there. And then if you really, 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 really want to get into advanced battery life stuff, I'm going to show you something here that a lot of people probably aren't going to do. But if you go into, gotta go back. So if we go into our settings and then we go into our apps, this is a way to limit background usage on things. So we go to apps. Here we go. So we go into app. Now, if you can see all of your apps, right? Your apps are always using background data, almost always. And that's a big offender whenever it comes to what's killing your battery. And in fact, I'm going to show you how you can see what apps are being used, so that way you can target them and shut off the ones that you really need to shut off. But you can go in here and, like, let's say AMC Theaters is using a bunch of background data. So what you can do is you can go right here, open it up, go to battery, and then you can go to restricted. And this right here will restrict battery usage while in the background. So that's going to, if you do that, if you have a bunch of apps that are using a bunch of battery life and you don't want them to be, and you only want them to basically work when you open them and you want them to be shut off and closed when you're not using them, this right here will save you battery life. This is kind of extreme. It's not for everybody, but you can go in and do this for each individual app. So like, let's say we want to do it for Boom Beach. We don't want it to run in the background. We don't want it to send background data. Click on the battery, go to restricted, and you're good to go. Now, you have to do this for each individual app, but here's the thing. This is where it really comes into play, and it's super important. You go to battery, right? When you go to battery usage, and you can see what apps in your last 24 hours are using a bunch of data, a bunch of battery. So all this stuff right here, the apps, you can see I don't use a whole lot of apps, but if you go in and like, let's say Chrome is using a bunch of data, you click on Chrome and then you go and set it to restricted, you're good to go. And then you don't have to worry about it running in the background anymore. So you can go in individually and turn them all off the first way that I showed you, going through apps. But if you have a problem child, go to battery usage, see what it is. You click on it and it pulls up the battery usage right there. So those are the big tips and tricks that I have for getting the most and the best battery life out of your phone through turning things off, through restricting background data, through adjusting your adaptive brightness. Oh, and one more thing. So let's talk about this. So let's go back to display. Right here, this is also really big and helpful. You can see that the operating system is dark right now, right? That's dark theme. Some people like to use it like this, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when your screen is having to produce a lot of white colors and a lot of bright images, it burns up more battery. So if you use dark theme, this is one way that there is zero impact to the performance in your day-to-day usage of your phone, and you're going to get better battery life. So if you want to get the best battery life, have adaptive brightness on, have it on dark theme, and if you don't care about the smooth display, turn that off. You're going to see a big change if you're not using those things, and that's going to make a big difference. So hopefully this was helpful, and this is just some of the major tips and tricks that I have for getting better battery life on the Pixel 6. All right, pretty easy, huh? There are a lot of ways you can go in and things you can change. And the important thing is you can change them and it won't really impact the performance. One, because you have so much power. This Tensor chip is very powerful, flagship level performance. And also there's just a little things here and there that you can tweak that are going to optimize and maximize your battery life without sacrificing in your performance. So that's what I wanted to focus on in this video. I know that battery life is a moving target for a lot of people. If you sit there and you run YouTube and a bunch of stuff for 6 hours straight, yeah, it's going to kill your battery pretty quick. But by and large, I think most people should expect all-day battery out of the phone. And this right here might help kind of tweak that a little bit to refine it, to give you a little bit extra juice when you need it. Or if you come into a pinch, to make sure you've got enough to get home. So that's what I wanted to focus on in this video. I hope that I helped. I hope that these tips and tricks will help you with your battery life on your Pixel 6 and you'll be happier with the phone. So that's all I've got. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave those down in the comment section. I'll get back with you. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. As always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.